Welcome back to the channel. My name's Neil, and today we're going to have fun with one of my favorite ingredients and foods, bacon. Now, a lot of folks think that bacon has not changed much over the years. Well, the industry has had to adapt to ensure that they're still profitable, and they've also made some changes in their packaging as well. So we'll go through some of those things, what to look for when you're out buying grocery store bacon, and we'll give you some tips on how to cook it up as well. So let's get into the kitchen and have a look at what we're talking about, my favorite food, bacon. So on the cutting board are two packages of bacon. They're the same size. They're packaged all the same with that flap on the front and then of course the window on the back. You can kind of see what's inside of each. But how do you know when you're spending around $6 to $7 for a package of bacon that you're getting more meat than fat? Well, it's an easy grab test because the packaging now, you used to be able to get, or you still can, through Costco with their Kirkland brand bacon, a 500 gram package, which is a pound. Now they're all $3.75. So that's how the pork industry has kind of increased their profits, is by decreasing about how much bacon goes into each one of these packages. And this has been a subtle change. There was no big announcement. All of a sudden they went from 500 grams to 375 grams. So when you're spending that kind of money at the grocery store, how do you know this is better than this, or this is better than this? It's the grab test. Let's grab the Maple Leaf. This is a national brand product. This is their natural bacon. Now, as I hold it up, you can see it's just staying fairly rigid. All of these are coming out, of course, the cooler pack in the meat department. You can give it a shake, it doesn't move. Let's grab the Western Family. As you can see, the packaging is starting to bend already. What does that tell you? There's more meat here. You can see it a little bit better on the back window than you can with the Maple Leaf. And as you can see here, there's a lot more fat in that packaging. So that's your cue to get more meat than fat, because bacon is the pork belly of the pig, and there is a lot of fat there, but it just depends, I guess, on the pig and where this is cut from on the animal as to how it is. So you want to get more meat than fat, simply grab your package at the grocery store or just let it do this. But look, there we go. This, nope, not bending. So just a quick tip on size and of course what to look for when you're buying bacon. So if you really want a pound of bacon, go to Costco. If you're fine with 375 grams for your family and you just want to hit the local grocery store quick for whether you're actually doing up a breakfast or you're using the bacon and ingredients, 375 gram packs if you can find it on sale. This one was on sale yesterday for $4.99. This was $7.99. So I spent considerably more money for fat than I did here. But again, if they're both the same price, normally at $6.99, get this one. There's more fat than there is in this one. Or there's more meat in this one, more fat in this one. So now what we're going to do is we're going to open up the package and we're going to cook up, I think, this one. And I'll show you some quick tips on how to cook bacon. We've now got the Western Family bacon up here and the Maple Leaf bacon here. As you can see, this one has considerably more meat than this one. So let's get the gas going here. And now, a first tip is always put your bacon into a cold pan, because what you don't want it to do is start shrinking up as soon as it hits a hot pan, and you're going to get a lot of sizzle. You could burn yourself. So lay your bacon out into a cold pan and start it on high. Get it going so that when the bacon is first started, you'll hear it sizzle and it'll start to shrink up a little bit. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for the bacon to slowly start going. Then at that point, I turn the bacon down to medium. Now, some folks have problems with bacon going, it's curling up, it's not laying out, I'm not getting the crispy bacon I want. Well, what's happening is you're not flipping it enough. when I do bacon, I'm constantly flipping it from one side to another, because you got to remember that when heat's applied to one side, it's going to shrink on that side and not shrink on the other. So you're dealing with fat and meat here, and again, you're going to start off, as you can see how big these two slices are. By the time we're done, they're going to be considerably smaller. So the test here, and I'm going to show you how this works, is I'm going to flip this one about 2 to 3 times more than this one, and you'll see the effect. Now, as you can see, there's little bubbles popping up here. So this is where we're going to adjust the heat down to about medium. So as it starts sizzling away here, I'm going to flip it. This is the one we're going to continually flip. This one is going to sit there for a little bit longer, and I'll show you the difference between how it reacts in the pan. So of course, if this was smell-o-vision, it would be delicious, sizzling away on the pan. And again, a lot of this is trial and error. When I worked at a breakfast place, all the bacon was pre-cooked on sheet pans, and it was layered out on the pans. We pre-cooked it, then put it into the cooler, and then when we had our morning rush, we would take the bacon out that was pre-cooked and basically just finish it off on the flat top in the restaurant from there. And that way, we weren't spending a lot of time cooking the bacon, because again, when you're looking at a breakfast place, you're serving quite a few people, and of course they all want a side of a bacon or sausage. We did the same thing with sausage. We pre-cooked it, there's nothing wrong with that, and all we did was brown it up and finish it off on the flat top. So we're flipping this a little bit more. This is our Western family one. As you can see, it's already starting to shrink. This is the one that we originally pulled out with a lot more meat in the packaging. This is the maple leaf one. So the other reason we don't run the temperature on full bore high is not only is this going to cook a lot quicker, but you're going to get this bacon spitting at you. Because this one, as you can see with a lot more fat, there's little pockets here, a little bubbling. This is where it's going to get trapped and it's going to start spitting on you. So that's what you don't want. All right, so let's flip the bacon for the first time here. See what's happening? That one's sizzling a lot more than the one that we flipped about 2 or 3 times already. And again, you're hearing it spit a lot more too. That's the one that's doing it. This one that I've been flipping a couple of times already has not done any of that. As exciting as cooking goes, this is how I do bacon. And it's something I've learned over the course of cooking in restaurants, and of course cooking at home, how it'll react, and of course how to buy bacon and all of those kind of things. And bacon is an awesome ingredient for whatever you're using, whether you're doing an omelet or you're doing I put bacon into mac and cheese. Bacon is just one of those things that you can add into a lot of things. So don't be afraid to use it in any of your cooking. Now you can see the curling. And again, when you buy bacon that has more fat, you're going to get this curling edge. This one that we've been flipping a lot more and doesn't have as much fat, you can see is not curling at all. It's laying flat in the pan, which is what you want for a nice bacon. And the popping that you're hearing is mostly this one. Is mostly the one that we haven't flipped as much. And this is the one where you're going to get spits and pops and grease hitting you. So again, don't use a high heat. And it's actually doing a lot better than I was expecting. So again, as these things shrink down, you can see that they're doing very well. But again, you know, it's your money. Spend it wisely. And as you can see, this one has a tendency of burning because the fat, again, will burn quicker than the protein will, the meat that's in there. So I'm just going to shut the heat off, and we're done. There's your bacon. And there it is. It's not curled up. This one is curled, a little bit burnt. So again, you be the judge on how you want your bacon, how you like your bacon. But just some of the tricks and tips that I've found with bacon. Enjoy, and we will see you next time.